The Masque of the Red Death. There was a sickness spreading through the land, and no one could stop it. People called it the Red Death. It came suddenly. One moment you were healthy, and the next you were bleeding, burning with pain and dying. Blood poured from the body, especially from the face, leaving deep red stains that made the disease impossible to mistake. Once the signs appeared, death followed quickly, often within half an hour. There was no cure, no treatment, no escape. Villages emptied, streets fell silent. Families disappeared overnight. But while the poor suffered and died, Prince Prospero, the ruler of the land, refused to face the horror. He was rich, clever, and proud. He believed that death was something that happened to others, not to him. So instead of helping his people, Prospero gathered 1,000 of his wealthy friends and escaped to one of his grand abbeys. The building was strong and isolated, surrounded by high walls. Once everyone was inside, the heavy iron gates were sealed shut and welded closed. No one could enter. No one could leave. Inside the abbey, life felt untouched by the plague. There was plenty of food and wine. Music played day and night. Painters, dancers, and entertainers filled the halls. Prospero believed that if they stayed inside long enough, the Red Death would burn itself out in the outside world. Time passed. Months went by. Outside the walls, people continued to die. Inside, the prince decided it was time to celebrate. He announced a grand masquerade ball. The night of the ball was unlike anything the guests had ever seen. Prospero loved strange and dramatic designs, and the abbey reflected his taste. There were 7 rooms, each decorated in a single color. They were arranged in a long line, twisting slightly so that no one could see more than one room at a time. The first room was blue. The next was purple. Then green, orange, white, and violet. Each room had tall windows with glass stained to match the walls, so colored light filled every space. The final room, however, was different. It was black. Black curtains covered the walls, and the windows were deep red, casting a bloody glow across the floor. The light in that room made everyone look pale and sickly. No one liked being there for long. Even the boldest guests avoided it. Inside that black room stood a massive ebony clock. Every hour, the clock rang loudly. Its sound was sharp and cold, echoing through all 7 rooms. Whenever it chimed, the music stopped. Dancers froze. Conversations died mid-sentence. For a few moments, everyone stood still, uneasy and silent. Then the clock stopped ringing. People laughed nervously, shaking off their fear. The musicians picked up their instruments again, and the party continued until the next hour came around. As the night went on, the party grew wilder. Costumes became more outrageous. Laughter grew louder. Guests drifted from room to room, pretending not to notice the clock or the black chamber waiting at the end. As midnight approached, the mood changed. The clock rang 12 times, slow, heavy, final. Each strike felt like a warning. When the echoes faded, something strange happened. A figure appeared. At first, people thought it was just another guest in costume. But as the figure moved through the rooms, a wave of fear spread across the crowd. This costume was different. Horribly different. The figure was dressed like a corpse infected with the Red Death. Its clothes were stained with blood. Its mask looked like a dead face, twisted and swollen, marked with red. It was too real, too cruel. The room fell silent. Prince Prospero saw the figure and felt rage burn through him. How dare someone bring the image of death into his perfect celebration? How dare anyone remind them of what they had escaped? Who dares insult us like this? He shouted. No one answered. The figure continued to walk slowly, calmly, moving from room to room, blue to purple, green to orange, heading toward the black chamber. Prospero grabbed a dagger and chased after it. The guests watched in horror as the prince followed the figure through the rooms. When they reached the black chamber, Prospero raised his weapon. Then he screamed. The dagger fell from his hand. He collapsed to the floor dead. The guests rushed forward, their fear turning to anger. Together, they grabbed the masked figure, determined to tear off its costume and punish whoever was beneath it. But when they reached out, their hands touched nothing. There was no body, no face, no human form at all. The costume fell empty to the floor. In that moment, the truth became clear. The Red Death was not outside the walls. It had never been kept away. It was there all along, moving quietly among them, waiting for its hour. One by one, the guests fell. The music stopped forever. The lights went out. The ebony clock went silent. By morning, the abbey was empty of life, and the Red Death ruled all.